What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You out of here.
And you got myself, Ham. I don't know whether to scream, laugh, jump for joy. But yeah, I think you can tell by that intro that Arsenal have done the number on United again.
Cool.
Might as well get straight into it, boys. Fuck the weekend. Fuck how the weekend was. I saw you guys over the weekend anyway. I don't need to care. I don't want to know how your weekend was. Go straight into the game.
All right, go straight into it. But before we do go straight into it, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this with friends and family, with your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your ex, and all the good stuff. As you all know, today's a big day. It's the Red Divided
Derby,
should I say? I think over the years, we obviously made it very apparent this podcast is made of United and Arsenal fans. So when we both playing each other, then it's a big day. Obviously, we played each other today. As you can tell by my voice, it wasn't great for us. But as you can tell by this guy's voice in front of me, it's great for him.
As you can tell by the guy next to me, he didn't even support the club no more. He's out here supporting Barcelona.
Barcelona. Look, obviously, nevertheless, it was a good game. It was entertaining, more or less. So we're just gonna dive straight into the game. Who wants to start? Ade or Ham?
Yeah, start, man.
Ham, do you want to go?
So many places we can go with this still. Let's just go off with initially. Obviously, getting to the game, I think I was a bit. Maybe I was too confident. Yeah, but obviously I knew both of us hadn't been playing well. But my prediction was we'll win, and I thought we'd win comfortably, and I thought we'd win 3-1. Innit? We did win 3-1, but I don't think it was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was comfortable. We did win 3-1. We did get the result. Shout out Sky Bet, obviously, and whatnot. But first half, I thought the game plan, whatever Arteta done from the outside. Now I've sat back. I respect it because I think as fans and in the stadium and watching it, we want to go for the juggler. So we want to start quick. We want to go fast, innit? But I think he's probably gone out and said, boys, it's United. They're shit. They can't play football like that. So don't press them. And you can see by the stats and whatnot how many times you had the football and whatnot and passed it, but didn't go nowhere with it. Obviously, you got your chance and Rashford scored. So I appreciate that from Arteta, trying something different. Like, we didn't go gung-ho. The press wasn't... You know how Liverpool press and Man City press and win the ball by that 5 second? We didn't do that. We literally let you have the ball. Let Onana have it. Let Martinez, let Casemiro, let them have it. But are they going to create anything off it? And I don't think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you created much off it. I think you had more possession than us in the first half. And maybe in the second half as well. Second half probably not so, but definitely in the first half. But I thought the game plan from the boys was good. I don't think we had a brilliant first half, but I was just happy that we got the equaliser straight away. I thought Rashford's goal could have been avoided. I was screaming at the TV at Ben White, you got to get tighter because Saliba's right behind you. So there's no reason for him not to get tight to Rash, because if Rash beats him, Saliba's right behind him. But what you can't do is allow Rashford that time and space. He's only going to go right foot. He's only going to go shift on his right foot, and Saliba's right behind him. I'm sure Saliba's probably screaming at him, get tighter, get tighter. But bar that, in the first half, I can't think of when we was under any other threat. But in saying that, I don't know if Onana's made like bare saves in the first half. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like the game is, it's like 50-50. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like I'm under threat in the first half. I don't feel like, oh my God, we're gonna concede bare goals. I think if anything, we have to keep playing better, and then we'll get the chances and we'll win the game. But as the game drags out, you're thinking, okay, cool. This is for us is disaster. I can't draw 1-1 with United at home, innit? Just as a fan and whatnot. And the input we put into the second half. Second half was definitely better than the first half. But then let's just get to the talking points. The offside thing, I'm not gonna lie, I thought my man was onside, didn't it? I swear to God, when Garnacho scored, I was upset, bro. I was fucking upset, yeah. I thought it was offside, but it's fucking brilliant from Gabriel. It's fucking brilliant from Gabriel. I wouldn't have done that. If I was a centre half, I'm gonna chase him back, innit? So I think that split second thinking by Gabriel that's why they paid him the big bucks, innit? That's why it's top level football, innit? Because for him to think, okay, I'm gonna halt my run and catch him offside, split second decision. I thought it was onside. I know your gaffer thought it was onside as well, because he's come out and made some ridiculous statement saying it was a penalty to Højlund. Never a penalty, in my opinion. We didn't get a Havertz one. Looking back on it, it probably wasn't a penalty. But then I saw Rashford get a penalty last week against whoever you guys played. Yeah. And I thought that was soft.
I thought it was soft.
And if they're not gonna, and if they're not gonna send Rashford's one to like VAR to go double check it, because he was given the penalty, they never sent it, innit?
Yeah, but this one was basically Havertz even hit the defense.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that I just thought that if Andy Taylor's going to give it, then just stick with the on-field decision, innit? Because we ain't calling back nothing else, innit? But fair enough. But like I said, when I look back at it, I didn't think, cool, it's not a pen, innit? But I definitely don't think Haaland's one was a pen.
It was not even a consideration.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a pen. What else did you get? I think he said there was a foul on Johnny Evans for our goal. I don't think there was a foul. And then the last thing I'll say is I just thought that as the game's going on, I was saying Rice or Havertz, one of them ideally would have to do something today to kickstart their Arsenal career, basically, innit? And if it was a goal for Havertz or an assist for Havertz or a goal for Rice or an assist for Rice, it's just something that's going to jolt their career. So Rice has been okay, but he's like, okay, I need a I've arrived moment. I need a I'm the guy moment. And I thought it was set up perfectly. It's like fairy tale. You can write it any better in it. Last minute, 2-1 winner, and then Jesus just does what he does, comes on super composed, super comfortable, get Dallo out the way and slot it past Onana. So I think overall in the grand scheme, I think we deserve to win the game. I think the boys put in a performance that wasn't brilliant, didn't hit the heights of last season, but the grit, the determination. And we showed it last season anyway, with like how many last minute winners we got and whatnot. So the boys, obviously, Arteta's got them into mentality monsters. Like I'm borrowing that phase from Jurgen Klopp, but the boys definitely do keep going in terms of like we're not going to stop in it. We're going to keep trying, keep banging on the door, and I do appreciate that from them. Like I said, I don't think it was a brilliant performance, but I think it was enough to win the game because I don't think United done anything to hurt us. When I play against United, I only think about Marcus Rashford, and I think that's bad because United should have other weapons and whatnot. But today, Martial, you already know how I feel about Martial. He's not a football player, so we're already playing against 10. Anthony, he does absolutely fuck all, so there's nothing to worry about there. It's just Marcus, and obviously, if you nullify Marcus or you limit his chances, we have a better chance of winning. And with us, our problems can come from Saka or Odegaard or Martinelli. Not so much Eddie today, but if we bring Jesus off the bench, he can do that and whatnot. So I just thought we had more weapons on the pitch and what we could have brought off the bench. We're bringing on Vieira and Jesus. You're bringing on Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're bringing on Højlund. He looked decent up top today. But yeah, I thought it was a well-deserved win. Good game for the neutral. It wasn't a good game for me because I was stressing out. I was stressing out all game and whatnot. But yeah, just like I predicted, 3-1, but it wasn't as comfortable as I thought it would be. And that's credit to United for, doing what they could do. But yeah, shout out to the boys, man. Brilliant.
Obviously, I'll let you go first, Ale, because there's a couple of things Ham said that I don't agree with. But I'll let you go first and then see what your thoughts are on the game.
I think first half, I listened to on the radio because I was driving, so obviously I didn't visually see how the game was going, but everything I could hear on the radio, it was Arsenal basically. They were comfortable, there weren't any issues for them. Obviously we scored a goal. Generally, it just seemed like they had control of the game. We weren't really threatening them. I think there were one or two times we could have, but overall, it just sounded calm. So got home at half time, and from what I watched in the second half, I wasn't mad at United. Like, there are going to be a lot of United fans that are going to cry and be upset today. I'm of the view that we have what we have. We have the players we have. I'm not going to start crying that, we should... It is what it is, and let's move the fuck forward. But from what I saw in the second half, I'm not going to complain. The reality is we are going away from home to a team that is better than us. What else am I expecting? It would be stupid for me to expect more. It was like, I was talking to Tom, the friendly we played during the summer when we beat you guys 2-0. I told Tom, the only thing that I took from that game is that there's still a gap between us. Even though we won 2-0.
In terms of gameplay.
Yeah. I was around people that were complaining. Like Arsenal fans that were complaining. But I was like, we've won that game. But what I've taken from that is that, no, you guys are still head and shoulders above us. And so I didn't come into the game with expectations. But we didn't get played off the park like we could have. And we still pose a threat, which I was happy about. I've discussed the situation where I think we still got lots to go. Like, in terms of ball playing, all of that. And I'm not going to expect that to change from when I came 2 weeks ago. It just is what it is. There's going to take some time, and I'm going to see how it goes. It's not going to be an away game against Arsenal that I expect all of that to change. The penalty for Arsenal, didn't think it was a penalty. Højlund, I didn't even think it was a thing.
I don't think it was just Gabriel just muscled him.
I didn't even think it was a thing at all.
But Ten Hag be doing that recently, bro. He don't be taking no accountability. It's always something else.
The for the Rice goal, I did think there was a chance they could have disallowed it because of the wrestling, because we have seen it before. But if they don't disallow it, I'm like, okay, cool. They can talk to me and make me say, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I've also seen it.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing in it.
Type of thing.
I didn't see nothing in it.
I've seen it. I've seen it given easily, but I can accept it. You guys didn't do what you needed to do, so it is what it is. Arsenal are still the superior team. We held out. First half, I don't think you guys laid that killer punch on us, but you're still a better team than us. We worked hard. Obviously, we had to make those changes towards the end, which counted against us. But ultimately, if we play, crazy thing is, even though we weren't great, if we played the way we did against you, against any other team,
You probably win.
at least, or at least we'll come back with something, which is what we need to even start doing. Because
Yeah.
away from home, we don't get shit. So, yeah, I'm hoping we build, but I'm not going to sit down and start crying because it don't make sense.
Yeah, and I get it.
It just don't make sense for me
Yeah.
to be and be upset losing against Arsenal away from home.
Yeah. Now, I think both of you sum up the game really well, to be honest with you. But just a couple of things that obviously I'll just touch on from like you guys' summary of the game. So I think both of you pretty much summed it up. I think in like obviously the first thing was like one of the things I disagree with in terms of like I think you saying that Arteta saying that I'm not saying we're not shit, but yeah, we are shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Arteta saying we're shit. Let them have they're shit. Let them have
the
the I don't
football,
think
yeah.
that was a game plan. I think what it was is we've been punished from this at Old Trafford last year, where they tried to suck us in. They're gone with the killer ball over the top. Rashford in behind. We're not going to do that. They're not going to suck us in. We're just let's chill.
I got you.
So
yeah.
I don't think it was
start,
like
start from a deeper position.
yeah. So like let them do what they want. Pass it. Let the keeper have it. We know the keeper's good on the ball anyway.
Yeah.
What we're not going to try and do is get him to, like, we know how good he's on the ball. We're not going to
Because he tried it 2-3 times, but it just never worked.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You saw it a few times.
Yeah, he tried to do it over
Not
Ben's
just
head.
him. If like they tried that pass over the top to
over Ben's head,
to Rashford all the time. But what Arsenal wasn't succumbing to the pressure. They weren't trying to like pressure on top to leave the space in behind. Arsenal was more than enough content, because I feel like Arsenal think we're just gonna get them where we want. We're not gonna succumb to the pressure where we feel like we need to pressure.
Yeah, with a home side, you
Yeah,
want to be on the front
exactly.
foot, press.
We don't need to do that. We'll get them.
And
So
Bruno can find that pass straight away.
Exactly. So I don't think he was. And I think the perfect example was the goal that we scored. It's not, and it happened by accident because
Martinelli gave the ball away.
Yeah, he gave the ball away, and when Eriksen got the ball, that's exactly what we've been looking for all game. Like, and it was like perfect. What we've been looking for all game, and the pass was perfect, and that's
the finish was nice as well.
and that's why I was looking in terms of like if it was the Fred, the McTominay's, where in the position that Eriksen was in. They're not finding that pass.
And the pass was even hard.
Yeah, exactly. As simple as the pass is, them guys are not doing it. So it's like it was a perfect pass, and I think you're right about. I'm not too sure who to blame with in terms of like Saliba and White.
Ben all day.
Yeah, because with Saliba was. The reason why I'm not saying I'm blaming him, I don't know who to blame it. Saliba, I don't think he needs to. It was mirroring exactly what Ben was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't need to. You can't mirror what Ben is doing. Maybe you drop a bit to the side and let Ben pull him down the line. It was. I think that goal was too easy.
But even if Ben is going to show him inside, which is Ben, maybe what you're saying is he doesn't think that Saliba's standing right behind him, shadowing him.
Yeah.
He's probably the reason I'm going to give Ben the credit that if he doesn't go tight, it's because he's shuffling it inside. So if he wants to shoot, Saliba's there anyway. And when he lets the shot off, he's like, bro, where the fuck are you, bro? Why are you standing right behind me?
Yeah, and that's what I thought.
But my thing is get touch tight.
Yeah.
If Marcus is going to beat you, Saliba's there anyway.
Yeah, but then the thing, and that's what I'm saying. But Saliba was mirroring exactly what Ben was doing. Like you don't need to mirror what this guy's doing. So both of you, if it's
like they were both stood like this.
Yeah, exactly. They were both right behind each other. It was like synchronized swimming, or what we call it.
Bruv, go here.
That's exactly what it was. Like Saliba were just like literally copying what Ben was doing. Okay, Ben would drift to the left, he would drift to the left, Ben would drift right, and then Rashford just hit it. It's like you don't need to do that. Let Ben do that, and then you at least drop inside. So if you can try and block the shot.
Yeah.
Because I would have been screaming if I was playing. I've been in that position bare times.
Yeah.
I would have told Tom, send him inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's got to be
Ideally, you want to send him down the line. So
yeah.
Ben, that's why Ben fucked up the first time. You need to send him down the line. If not, then I'm gonna shuffle inside. So he's gonna meet Saliba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if he beats Saliba, he's got to beat me, Saliba, and Ramsdale.
Yeah. Now the communication's got to be better from both of them. So I don't know what was going on there, but that was like the first point I thought that I disagree with, which was more like in terms of like.
setup.
No, it's just in terms of like, I tend to
Let
say,
them have it.
Let them have it. I think it was I think he actually respected United. I don't know why he did, but
It's just that threat, that Marcus threat, innit?
Yeah, exactly. And I think you're right. And I think you're right about
Yeah,
the
it's that
Marcus
Marcus threat.
Like, I think you're right in terms of like there was no threat elsewhere. Martial, like as much as I like Martial, there was no threat there.
I think it'll be different.
And he was
Anthony.
I'll be honest with you, I think Anthony played well today, but he didn't play well where you wanted to. He wasn't
dangerous.
exactly.
Threatening. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
He wasn't dangerous when you wanted him to be dangerous. But in terms of his overall game,
He played a role as opposed to
exactly.
being a
because he was.
game.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like games like this, like if you're not playing any of the top 6 away from home, and I want you to be threatening on the other side of the pitch. But when you're playing a team that
still do your defensive duties.
and the honest truth, as you said, is Arsenal's better than us. I don't know what a lot of United fans are not going to be able to admit.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And the
definitely.
honest truth is they're better than us. So we are going to need you to do a job
You got to put a shift in.
defensively.
Yeah, and he did.
And he did. And
yeah.
he did that. Because I say,
Tried to anyway, because he's on Wan-Bissaka's side, isn't it?
no, I think he did.
He's
well.
on Wan-Bissaka's side, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's on Wan-Bissaka. Yeah.
I think
To be
honestly,
fair, and he's a defender. He don't really need to help Aaron. Aaron's never gonna get
I
beat.
think he did though.
No, but he came back.
He came
There
back.
was a couple of times that Aaron wasn't there.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah, no, he
done
did it.
well.
He caught one. He caught one. But
I'll be honest with you. I thought he done well, but obviously,
But he's just not threatening.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Arsenal,
yeah.
I want if you come to me with a 3-pronged attack and I'm scared of your left winger, centre forward, and right winger, we got a problem. But if my thing is Ben, just make sure Marcus don't do nothing. Don't worry about the other lads. They're on nothing. Just
but-
make sure Marcus don't do nothing.
Yeah, but in terms of us, we're slightly different. We don't have the confidence. And our team is not as good as you. So we're more worried about your threat. We're trying to nullify you first before we can think of what we can do. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think go on, Ade.
No, and like Anthony's not gonna put your fullback on the back foot. So I remember when we were buying him, I wanted Rafinha because Rafinha is gonna your left back's gonna be like shit. This guy keeps coming at me.
Yeah.
But Anthony don't do that because he'll cut back. You can just stand and watch him.
Yeah, he's like a thing. He's spinning top, bro.
Or Rashford, Garnacho. You can't.
Yeah.
They're a lot more
100%.
penetrating than him.
100%.
A lot more.
100%.
So they are gonna make the fullback work. They're gonna get them thinking. They can come in. They can go down the line. It's up to you. Like they're gonna keep the fullback thinking. Whereas with him, he's very predictable. But I think he had a good game. I'm not gonna say he had a bad game.
He didn't.
No, I definitely think he had a good game. And what was the second bit in terms of the penalty? I didn't think it was a penalty. I'll be honest with you. Initially, when the ref first gave it, I thought it was a straight penalty.
Straight.
Oh, you thought Aaron put his foot?
Watching it live.
Yeah, watch it. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you. Watch it again.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
straight.
I was screaming at the TV,
Yeah,
bro.
watching it live.
Bro, I thought it was a straight pen.
I was like,
I think because of the
Aaron,
fact that both of them
you know
sandwich him.
Yeah.
But then when you watch the replay and you saw both of their movement and the action, Aaron stepped and he didn't touch
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then what Casemiro did, Casemiro said, okay, you can go. So when I watched that guy, I think he could have stood up if he want, because Casemiro didn't want.
Yeah, but he's ready for contact. He can see two players and think they're gonna hit me. One of them's gonna hit me. I'm going
and
down.
I think that was him. He was gonna.
Yeah, one of them's
I think
gonna
he
hit
was
me, I'm
ready
going
to go
down, fam.
anyway. But he for me
ball would
personally,
have
yeah, he
been-
definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm with Ham. I didn't see anything with the
The Hoyland one.
Hoyland
Yeah,
one,
I don't know
and I
what
didn't-
Ten Hag
yeah,
is.
and I
saying,
didn't
bro.
see anything with the
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans one. I'll be
Nah,
honest.
man.
When initially, because we was watching a few, like there was like 5 United fans and 2 Arsenal fans. Were watching.
Yeah.
Like I think there was like a United fan that was saying, "Oh, I think there's something with Rice goal." But when I saw it, I didn't think anything of it. But I do understand where Ade's coming at his point.
Okay.
But I didn't see anything with it.
Yeah,
I just
nah.
think it was a goal. Yeah, and that was it. I think, like, to be honest with you, I was fearful going into the game. I didn't expect much, but I'm not saying we didn't go. We actually created chances, which is surprising enough. So there are positive there in the game, but and I just thought it was a game of margins, and that's maybe just I don't really disagree with you, and I do agree with you. So the two
Yeah,
the first point I disagree with you was the was the Arteta thing. The second one was what was the second one? I think this is the second. The second one, I think it was a game of margins. I didn't think. I think a draw would have been a fair result because as much as you had the ball, you didn't create like. Onana wasn't making saves.
No
one was making saves. When we had the ball, we were just like we wasn't passing in the right end of the pitch. And I think the reason why is because they had a tactic. It was quite clear what Ten Hag's tactic was. It's just try and suck them in, but you guys weren't buying the bait.
No.
You guys weren't buying the bait. So I didn't think any team, but it was a game of margins, and like obviously with the Garnacho one.
Yeah, 100% thought that was a goal, bro.
Yeah,
100% for that. And the finish was clean.
Yeah, the finish.
I love the kid anyway, bro.
Clean.
It was clean. But when he went through, I didn't even. It wasn't like doubt.
Yeah.
Like if it was Martial, I could have looked the other way. We were ready to attack.
Yeah.
Like that. If it was Martial, I would have ready to attack. As soon as it's clean.
Yeah. Because I thought this was like the reason why I just thought like maybe.
And I would have been in tears if that happened, bro. Because I would have felt it was a smash and grab.
Yeah. Because I knew there was gonna be a goal.
I didn't even think like I don't think like both teams did enough. Like and I just think like Arsenal had the ball, but I didn't think Arsenal were like last year. I was like, you did.
Yeah, the pressure was mad.
Like, if you didn't win that game last year at Emirates, it would have been even a draw would have been a robbery. You see what I'm saying? Whereas this year, I think you showed us so much respect, which I didn't get, but I now understand.
Because Gary Neville was saying that in commentary, but
which I didn't get, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? You showed us a lot of respect, which and it's mainly because of Rashford.
It's Marcus, isn't it?
It's mainly because of Marcus. You showed us a lot of respect, so I think you guys weren't buying the bait. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't think both teams didn't risk enough to try and win the game. And I think you guys would have been satisfied. This is my perspective of the game, innit? You guys would have been satisfied with a draw as well because you weren't going for the game as if.
We would have been devastated.
Yeah.
We would have been devastated if we drew.
No, but it was a good game. Yeah. And look, you guys won the game. I'm not going to be upset at United because I thought it was going to be a lot worse. They did put out a performance to try, but it's not good enough at the end of the day.
Nah.
I'll be honest, going into the game, I think I was speaking to you yesterday, I was like, I don't want us to concede early, and I don't want, in both half, I don't want you to concede early on in the half, I don't want you to concede late on. So first half, perfect. I said, during the middle of those half, when we're trying to take chances, if you score a goal, I'll accept it, which happened in the first half.
Yeah.
I'll accept it. Obviously, I don't think we should have conceded straight away, but it was in the middle of the half. So that I can accept. Do you know what I mean? But I'm disappointed with the late goals. We've conceded so many late goals now, and the team's just not learning from it. And obviously, it doesn't help that our two centre backs got changed. So obviously, you got Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans coming on.
So you got a fourth and fifth choice coming in, so which is not great.
And then Dalot's playing that position.
To be fair, I thought, as I said earlier, if we didn't lose, honestly thought Dalot was man of the match.
Yeah, 100%.
Because what he did today, I didn't even think he had it in him.
100%. He was solid today. He had a good game.
I didn't think Dalot had that performance in him today.
Yeah.
If he didn't concede.
Because B was quiet.
Yeah, no,
B was quiet.
Yeah, I didn't.
But what I love about B and what I love that Arteta's done with him is just he's a monster. Fair enough, but he's still coming off that pitch either with an assist. And you need to put your numbers up. If you're a wide boy, your numbers need to be up there, bro. If you're having Mo Salah don't have great games all the time, but his numbers are going to show you 19 and 13, 20 something and 26, and you're not going to look at those numbers and think, oh, you see that game against United? Nah, he's putting up numbers.
So somebody was talking to me yesterday about at barbecue. Someone was talking about Fernandes and Rashford being the downfall for United.
How can Rashford be the downfall for United?
So that's what I said. I was like, Fernandes, I can see where you're coming from, but Rashford don't need to do much. Rashford can be quiet for 80 minutes. You don't need him to do anything.
Yeah.
And then the position he's in, he doesn't need to be involved in play.
Yeah.
Salah, Haaland, all those players.
They're difference makers, bro. Yeah. You give it to them to make the difference. Yeah. You give it to them to make the difference. I think people centrally have to.
Yeah.
I think centrally you have to. So for me, for us, like Gary was saying in commentary, which is absolutely right, the ball has to get to Odegaard as many times as possible. It's like basketball. The ball has to get to the point guard almost every 3 touches. If I give it to you, you give it to him, it's got to come back to me. Yeah. The reason why, I'm the brain box of the team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think centrally, you got to have a player that is knitting it together.
Rashford's just
And they got to go and, they got to go and, like, Saka's got to go kill, Martinelli's got to go kill, and the centre forward's got to go do his thing.
Yeah, I think Rashford now is got that much that much experience now that it's in his bag right now. He knows how to penetrate. He knows where the danger point, where I can get at.
He's playing like the guys that we rate in those positions. Right? You might not track back as much. But you're saving yourself.
And he was, to be fair, and to cut him slack, every time we went on attack and we got it to B, he was busting a gut to help Dalot back there to double up to make it 2-on-1.
His gameplay is now, I need to be ready for that attack.
Yeah.
Because the same way, like, you might cuss all these other players, they don't touch the ball enough. That's not what they're there for. They're there for that killer moment. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, to me, look, it was a good game. Like, respect to Arsenal. I think the one of the things I respect, I thought in terms of like Arsenal performances, if I have to pick out a player, I thought Declan Rice played well. Honestly, I thought Rice was like, especially in the first half, he'll get there because he's still early in his like career in Arsenal, but I don't think he's as good as on the ball like Partey.
100% not.
I don't
100% not.
And that's the only thing that I feel like is missing from his game.
Yeah, 100% not.
But everything else you expect him to do, he does. His interception, the reading of the game, he reads it so well.
You saw how many times he went in the middle of the park.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He reads it so well. He's aggressive. It's like he's strong. He can carry it. It's just that passing in between the line that, you know what, Partey does. And I think that's one of the only things he lacks.
He might never get it.
Like, you don't know. He might never get it. But that's the only thing. Like, it's a shame if you can merge both of them into one player.
He might not get it.
It'll be mad.
And that's why different players have different attributes.
100%. And that's how people got to compliment each other.
Yeah. Now you're right.
It's the only time I've probably ever agreed with Graham Souness. Before we bought Declan, he is like, I'm not sure if Declan's a £100 million player because he doesn't play enough cute passes. And I fully understand what it means, because there's a difference between going to your fullback, which Thomas can do, or cutting it in between the fullback and the centre half and doing that pass. And that pass is a riskier pass. But if you've got the ability to do it, you're going to make that pass. If you know you can't make it, you're going to go for the safe one and hit the fullback.
And I never saw that as his strength, because obviously you guys raved about Rice from time, but I'd never seen him live until we watched him at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And my assessment of the game was his main quality was winning the ball back and then driving with the ball.
He's got good passing him. It's just not finding the cute ones. He's got good passing because he can long range and short pass.
His strength.
But he's got a pass that he's got those passes that you expect.
There's nothing like
those passes, as you said, is the cute passes.
Yeah, there's no disguise on his pass. There's no disguise on his pass. There's no disguise on his pass. I watch Declan all the time. There's no disguise on his pass.
Yeah, that's why you've got other players that can do that stuff.
Yeah. So that's why you got to play.
I'll be honest, but I thought he was your he was your best player, and so the other guy is the other guy that I thought played well for Arsenal was Saliba, because bro, that guy, and I just don't know. It just is his reading of the game. Apart from obviously the first goal where I thought he could have done better. I don't. You can blame him, White, whichever one, but his reading of the game, because every time I thought we was gonna make a pass or someone was about to run in between the line, it's just so strong. Like,
covers the ground so well as well.
And then when Ireland came, when I thought, don't go that side. Don't go near him.
You just destroy your confidence.
Like, no, honestly, I was like, it would just stick to the guy that you're on right now.
And to be fair, in Gabby's defense, Gabby handled it well, man. Because Gabby don't mind the physical thing. He don't mind. It's the intricacy, exactly. It's the intricacy. The players that got quick feet, that's around him, quick movement. And if you want to get physical, no problem, I'll do that.
Got Timber, I sort of knew Gabriel was going to get dropped, because now you've got intelligent footballers all at the back.
100%.
Gabriel thrives on that physicality.
And you need that. You need that.
And I think I think it was a good battle. It would have been nice to see to go on for longer if when Ireland starts the match. I just don't want it to be doing that, not scoring goals. That's one thing I don't want. You have to score goals. I don't want you to think, although I did think he did well coming on.
I thought he done all right when he came on.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I think he done
nuisance
well.
of himself. He tried to make the ball stick.
But you have to score goals. Don't, like, I think you done well. Like, you read the game. You was on the bench. You know what you had to do to influence the game coming on. And you've done it very well. And I think that was a good debut for him.
Yeah, it was a good base.
Yeah,
It's a
good base.
for
So
him to work
like,
from.
just move on from that, knowing that you have to score goals, getting in the right area. But yeah, like look, it was upsetting that it has to be late again. But
Nothing beats a late minute winner, bro.
Yeah, but
nothing,
painful, man.
nothing.
painful.
Bro.
I'll be honest, it was painful.
Nothing, bro.
Even though I expected you to win.
Yeah, no, and I expected you to win as
Nothing,
well. So
bro.
I'm not like, bro, I'm not deluded. I understand the level that we're at, and from what we've displayed from like the first 3 games.
Yeah, four.
No, before today.
Oh, today, okay, yeah.
I didn't think we were.
Yeah, the
good
performances weren't gonna. Yeah, I don't think any United fan was coming Emirates saying, we're gonna play him on the park.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I think there was debate about Onana. I think Onana, like, I'm actually happy that we utilized him today. That's why we bought him.
Yeah.
In terms of like the second goal, I've had messages from my friend thinking
Well, he
he
should
should
have
have
done better.
saved it, but I think he had a deflection. So it's
Took a
hard.
deflection, come off Johnny Evans.
When there's a deflection, it's hard.
Yeah,
to,
come on, the reflexes, man.
It's hard. But I think I was really impressed with him today. He's so comfortable.
Yeah,
and I think that's what we know is good for, though, right? We know that he's good on his feet, like relax.
You just got to get everything else in front of him to look better and play better.
And you can tell as soon as Maguire came on, we stopped doing that. Like, as you said, like, it's as if like Ten Hag tells him, when you get that ball, boy.
Yeah, he's playing for us, man. He's playing for us. As soon as Harry Maguire came on, I was happy, bro.
When like I thought the defense was fine as well, but I didn't think it was a 3-1 game. I just thought it was like a 2-1 game. But like when you are 2-1 down, you have to obviously go for it.
Yeah. And we got it late as well.
Yeah. So
was it 95 or something?
Yeah. So I'll be honest with you. I'm not mad at the game. Obviously, 4 games, 2 wins, 2 defeat. It's not great. But we move on. And the 2 defeats are away from home from the 2 top 6, and that's where we were trying to improve. We just got to do better. As I said, I didn't mind losing the game, but I just didn't want it to be a last minute. Because I know we're not there yet. Honestly, we're just not there. So we'll see how we go on. What I was gonna ask before we move on at it is I think obviously we was here last week. We was discussing. You probably heard the episode, and we were just giving an assessment of the obviously international break is coming up of like United so far. Did you get my assessment? What your thoughts? Is it any different from what I said last week? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it is similar. In all honesty, like my issue with United is the football now. I think we spoke about like players. Like, I don't care about players. I don't care about names. I don't care about nothing.
Just want to see something that fucking works.
I just want to see something that works.
Yeah.
That's all I'm interested in now. I need to see some football, because we've gone through situations where we've bought big names.
Yeah.
Names haven't worked out.
Yeah.
So Amrabat now, I see Amrabat, and I'm like, people have hyped you because you had these strong performances in the World Cup. I'm not about that. I want to see how you fit in. I've seen you play for Fiorentina against West Ham.
You had a good game. Bossed it,
You
yeah.
should have won that game.
You had a better game than Declan Rice that day.
100%. You bossed it. I don't want you to now come to United and just fall apart, because now that'll make me question Ten Hag.
His talent ID is already being questioned a little bit, though. Yeah.
What am I seeing now? I've seen this guy, like, he's not the biggest of names, but he's shown himself capable.
Yeah. Can he do a job that the manager wants him to do, basically?
So if I'm now not seeing him do anything, I'm going to start asking questions on you. I need to see more football. I need us to control games a bit more. Like, counter-attack only takes you so far.
Yeah, transitional play.
Yeah. And we're not talking about Liverpool transitional play where it's transitional, but it's relentless. We're talking about
Off the cuff.
We're playing 20%.
Yeah.
Transitional play, 20% possession. That's not what I want to see now.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the next thing for us.
Do you think that's what he actually wants to do? Do you think that's his plan, transitional play? Because we haven't really seen any like indications to say, he actually wants to dictate the play.
Yeah. So
and then to cut you off, and the players he's bringing in, they're not players that can dictate plays. You know what I mean, they're not players that if you know what I'm saying, they're not players that, in terms of like their personal traits, they're not players that could pass, move. Like you haven't seen them.
So we sort of assumed when he came, we were like, oh, Ten Hag's gonna get us playing. We assumed that he wanted to detect play, right? And that's the basis we've always judged everyone on.
Yeah.
But from what we've seen on the pitch, he ain't giving us shit. But now that we have Amrabat, I'm like, if we don't see this while you have Amrabat, then actually that might not be what he wants to do.
Because the midfield will be his now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other than
we're not
Bruno.
seeing it. And because we have seen Amrabat do it, if he's not doing it, it might just be that actually everything we've been saying is just been assumptions. But yeah, I think now is the big test for him.
It's his second season, isn't
It's
it?
the-
You got to see. You got to see
Yeah.
something, innit? I don't think United. I don't think. Well, I'm a neutral, innit? But I'm a rival fan, so watching it, I don't think like I expect United to play the best brand of football in the league. But what I expect to see is what I saw with my lot when we got out there, where I could see something. It was morphing into something. So let's say we've had like a 10-pass play and it breaks down in the front. Then I see it happen again and I see it happen again. Okay, that's by design. That's actually not off the cuff.
Yeah.
We've designed this. The managers designed this in training and whatnot. And I think if you're going Old Trafford, you're watching the game, all you want to see is gameplay. And you don't want to see off the cuff, Bruno just send it to Rashford, boom.
All the time.
Yeah. I want to see, okay, this is by design and okay, we're working on something and we're going to get somewhere.
And I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt of, oh, he doesn't have a Kante, he doesn't have a Gerrard, he doesn't have Pogba, I'm not listening to that no more, because when Odegaard's a fantastic player, he's always been a fantastic player, but he's had his hard times. So when he joined you guys, he wasn't a world beater.
Yeah.
The players Brighton have are not world beaters.
No.
They've been coached to play like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not. When you list out our midfield, it might not be great, but I don't give a damn. Make these guys play football.
Yeah, make them play football. Yeah.
Join them, make them play football.
Yeah.
And that's what
Bit like
I
the Tottenham managers come in, get them playing.
Bro, exactly.
Get them playing.
Like in football, people are very. We crown the kings. We crown the best coaches. We crown the best footballers. But actually, there's my man down the road.
Yeah.
It's just that he doesn't have the biggest name. Before this, no one was rating Ange. No, they weren't.
You come from
rating
Celtic
him.
and that, innit? You're thinking, who the
Before
fuck is this?
Celtic,
Yeah.
Nobody was rating him. But it does not mean that you don't have ability.
Yeah. You can see them. Like I said last week, I think they're the most impressive side in the league.
So
far.
It's time to see shit. So yeah, like cool. I'm not expecting magic from us. I need to see more.
Cool. Yeah, look, as I said, like I echo everything you're saying, and I think your second year as your sophomore year is probably the hardest year when you're as a manager, because and from the perspective of United managers over the years, we've seen it, like the second year hasn't been great. Mourinho's second year hasn't been great. Van Gaal's second year hasn't been great. Ole's second year hasn't been great. So it's all good doing something once. Being consistent and being able to build on it is one thing. For me personally, I've always said I don't even want him to surpass what he did last season. I just want you to maintain it.
At least.
Yeah. So I'm not trying.
That's a bare minimum, though, right?
Yeah. No, that's not.
So you do want him to surpass it.
Like
You do want him to do better.
I
than
want him
last
to do
season.
better.
Yeah. But the bare minimum.
I think
minimum
is that
is
It's okay, yeah.
Now you cemented it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Before it was made of marshmallow, now it's made of wood.
Yeah, the situation is, from what my experience over the last few years with all the managers is, I can tell how hard the second year is, because these great managers have come into the club and had a great first year, hasn't been able to have a good second year. So I know that your second year is going to be the hardest. So if you just maintain it, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, as I said, I'm not.
And then we got to kick on in the third year of your project.
Yeah, exactly. In the third year, then I think that's when you have no more excuses. Something's got to start happening.
Yeah.
If you can maintain within the second year, the third year is like you got to do something.
And I even think like him, like managers like him and Arteta are benefiting from how bad we've both been in recent years. So like you two now, average United fan. I've known you guys forever, and you lot's expectation isn't even. He's not deluded. He's not even win the league, win the Champions League. Like we just said earlier, it just fucking get us playing a certain style and whatnot. And I don't think you have to be the world's best manager to get a team playing like De Zerbi. Would you put De Zerbi as the best manager in the world?
Bro.
But get them playing. So when I come to the stadium, I watch my team. I actually like the product that's being on there. And I'm not even asking you to win the Champions League, Ten Hag, or win the Premier League, Ten Hag. I'm just saying, and I still don't see United playing a certain style of football that makes you think, oh yeah, I can see where this is going. And I was the one that was like, I think you guys should get Ten Hag. But I'm not gonna lie, I ain't seen nothing from him or seen to say, this is direction United needs to be going in.
And I was saying like, there's only two things. Is either I was saying last week is he just doesn't have enough balls to stick to where he wants, or second is what are they saying now? Maybe he just doesn't want to play like that. Maybe he wants
just
to
assuming it for him.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's either he doesn't have enough balls because it's a result game.
Yeah.
Like, you understand the magnitude of the job.
Yeah. And he's Man United manager.
If I'm a Manchester United manager.
Yeah.
I have to get results. I can't afford.
But I don't think he buys on Nana and Martinez if he doesn't want to play that way, you know. Because them two only play that way.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
We can only go by what we can see.
I think he just in that juxtaposition. It's just that personnel. Like it's like he needs to get his 11 that think like him. Like you know how look when Guardiola first came. Man got rid of Sagna, Clichy, all them man there. Get them out. They don't think like me. I don't want them. I need my lot that think like me so that I can implement the style of play that I want. And he still got, as much as we love Wan-Bissaka defensively, Wan-Bissaka still he's starting right back. Now, I think if you put Ten Hag in a dark room and ask him to tell the truth and put a gun to his head, he'll tell you, that's not who I fucking want to play right back.
I thought we were going to get Frimpong, in all honesty.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Get Frimpong. But one thing you've mentioned, Tom, actually the last two managers have done better in their second season than the first season.
Oh, really?
I swear.
Or not maybe the last, I can't remember
Yeah.
what the managers were. But Mourinho did better in his second season. Oli actually did better in his second season as well.
Oh, so Ten Hag has no excuse. He actually better. Yeah.
Van Hout in the league did slightly less better in his second season.
But didn't he win the FA Cup? Yeah, yes.
All of them do better. So
what did Mourinho
and he
do
has
second
to.
season?
He finished second.
That's when he finished
Oh,
second,
did
when he
not
said it's
finish
the
second in
highest.
his first season?
No, it was in second season.
No, that's when he said it was his best
So
achievement.
they've all done better.
Oh, okay.
So
Fair enough.
we're not even going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No. That's why I said the bare minimum has to be.
It still wouldn't change for me, to be honest with you. I still want him to just try and sustain what he did last season. I'll be honest with you. Like for me personally, when like achieving some, what's harder than achieving something is consistency and maintaining.
100%.
There's nothing
100%.
harder than that. So if you've done something last season, it just, for me personally, it still doesn't change anything. Like it's still at least try and maintain it. So I'm not going to try and give, as I just said, I'm not going to try and give him make any excuses for him. But at least try and do that and see where, just see where we come.
Because for me, I think for him, why I disagree in him maintaining, I think for him, it has to be. So let's say you guys, where did you finish last season? Third, yeah?
Third.
So let's say you finished fourth this year. You still make Champions League, but you guys actually have a brand of football that you can identify with.
You take that.
I would,
you take
that's
that.
me saying, okay, technically you finished fourth and finished third.
You know where we're going.
Yeah. So I don't think he can have another season that just maintain last, because then that's just saying, okay, just get the results, which you guys got
The
results.
brand of football is so important now.
It has to be.
Now it's like, so
Because why we
Well,
get you then?
money.
Why did we get you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why did we get you then?
what's the difference? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my key point now, is that I need to see your stamp.
Like, as I said,
Yeah,
look,
100%.
as we might just be assuming, as you said, that his brand of football might just want to be transitional football,
Yeah,
and he might just be one of those managers that just want to manage game by game basis. Look, we'll see in it. Like,
The proof will be in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see. Like, hopefully, within like the next 10, 15, like first 10, 15 games of the season, everything will start shaping up.
Because now we're glamorizing it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, this is technically route one. What we're doing is
Route one.
football.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no. What is What is route one
Yeah.
football.
Sam Allardyce.
Well,
Just
yeah,
masking it. The name is fancy.
Yeah,
Eric Ten
no,
Hag. The name is
Route one.
fancy.
So
Yeah, now we'll see how he gets on. Before we move off, like United, I left the game straight after he finished.
Okay.
But
yeah.
what did Ten Hag say about Sancho? Why Sancho wasn't in the team?
Yeah, bro, that was mad. That was mad. But then the response, I didn't get into the response, was madder. But they've asked him. I don't know who's asked him.
So we
Yeah.
can read it.
Yeah, but
go
they've
on,
asked him, like, obviously, like, Sancho in the squad, didn't it? And he's like, he didn't. I don't think he had to say it's not injury. He just said, I just didn't select him. He said he's not injured. He's not selected because of how he trained.
Yeah.
So that's implying that obviously he didn't train well, innit?
Trained well, yeah.
But obviously, there's always been this cloud over Sancho, because me and Ade were saying, it's like this has to be the end of the road, because Ten Hag has tried everything. Remember, Ten Hag sent him away during the season, and said, "Oh wait, you need to get your confidence back. I'm gonna set you up with this trainer." Boom, boom. He's come back. He's had a pre-season underneath his belt with him. Something's not clicking in training. The gaffers had to publicly come out and say that it's not an injury, it's because of this. And I think for that, Sancho feels like almost like Balotelli, why always me, which leads to what Sancho said today with his response, which I can't believe his PR team would have let him say that unless he was just angry when he saw it and said it. But
how did you want to read out?
Yeah, let me read it out, man.
But yeah, I don't think there's no coming back from this, bro.
Nah, you know what? We've been saying that for a while now, but I do think it's deep because what the manager said was big already, and what you've been.
He's compounded.
It's a lot,
but he has a right to defend himself.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll read the first paragraph. He's like, please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. Right, so
everything in that first paragraph is already mad.
He's mad. So, in the meeting tomorrow, they're gonna have to sit down and say, so who's the fucking liar?
Me or you?
Which one of us is the liar?
Yeah.
And that situation, because you didn't put him on the bench, you chose not to take him
at all.
Yeah.
And Pelessi was on the bench. Other players on the bench. There was some other young G was on the bench.
That's a big statement. And then you're saying he didn't train well. So yeah.
And Sancho saying that he has applied himself in training. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah. So they need to fight when they get to the office tomorrow.
From a United fan perspective.
No, but there's still more though, Tom. There's still more. Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest is more. I just want to play football. All of that stuff. The controversial stuff.
Because he did say, I respect all the decisions that are made by the coach and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Like the controversial stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, from a United fan's perspective, what are your thoughts about it, Ade?
You know what? I love, as I said, Sancho's my favourite player at United.
After Martial.
I forget Martial's even played sometimes.
Yeah. I was just trolling you.
There was a point that Martial was.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it hasn't happened. And
it's his third season, bro.
I can't keep wishing for it to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. Like, everything's happened. They've sent him away. They've done the mental aspects. They've done the self-training. And it doesn't seem to be working. I do feel his performances picked up towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
And he had a good preseason.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened now, but
in terms of like accountability, who does that lie on? Because obviously, like, if the manager's saying one thing, you haven't done enough. And he's saying...
You have to believe the manager because... Sancho isn't coming into games and ripping it apart. If you're seeing him like pull trees, then you're like, no, what's the manager saying? But he hasn't done that. So when Pep dropped Foden after Foden was scoring and assisting in 5 games back to back, you're like, what the fuck's happening? But I'm not gonna question because I'm like,
yeah,
you get me. So right now, I'm more inclined to believe the manager because I haven't seen Sancho do big things.
Cool. What are you saying, Ham?
Yeah, I think what Ten Hag said, I don't think he needs to come out. But I think personally Ten Hag is frustrated, isn't it? Because there's an ability there, there's a player there, and if he thinks it's not, I'm sure Ten Hag don't question his footballing ability. He probably just questions what's inside here. Like, why can't you bring this out? And he's probably at his wits' ends, thinking, I've tried to put my arm around him, I've tried to give him extra support.
You can help me.
Now I'm publicly gonna chastise him, and maybe that will jolt something in him. But I don't think Sancho's taking it like that with this response. Sancho hasn't taken it like, because he said there, I've been a scapegoat for far too long. So this isn't just happening. This is
It's not the first time.
So something's happening behind closed doors anyway.
But when you say you're being a scapegoat, what other situation can we think of personally to think like where the managers come out?
So I don't think so. Obviously, the term scapegoat might not be the answer because you would tend to use the term scapegoat if the team's not doing well
and they're blaming it on you.
Yeah, so it's not. I think he's used the wrong terminology, but they keep saying there's a problem with it.
It's definitely a why always me. I definitely think he thinks that there's bigger, and because he says it there, there's bigger problems at United than just fucking Jadon Sancho. So why is it Jadon Sancho?
So I think the word is wrong. But, the man.
But I think ultimately, I do think at the end, this is his 3rd season, isn't it? I do think ultimately United have to find a way to exit plan for him.
Nah,
There has to be an exit plan for him
When
in January or in the summer.
I think what game did I go to?
Because you already came back and said the fans are yeah.
I went to a game. I can't remember what game. I think
it was Everton.
You didn't come with us, and I went to watch the game, and we were saying that, and I was basically telling you guys, I'm not saying that, oh, it's not a good player, but you can sense the frustration. So forget the manager.
Yeah, the fans.
You can sense the frustration. I was saying that last season I can't remember what game it was. I think it was Everton.
I think it was Everton at home, yeah.
You can sense the frustration from the crowd because there's one thing, like, it's like, and that's why it's so important to watch games live at times. Like, you watch games like...
You pick up the little nuances.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Martial, I couldn't understand why he wasn't getting plays.
The guy don't move.
What he was doing, but you don't see that on TV.
The guy don't
you
move.
don't see that he doesn't move on TV.
Yeah.
But you watch him live. I think it was a game that me and you went to watch. It was like, where is he?
What's happening?
He was just walking. It was during Mourinho time. I think we went to Old Trafford. And obviously been to Old Trafford for a lot of times, thinking this guy just walks. But on TV you don't see it. And then like the fans was just frustrated because like the minimum requirement I would always say sometimes is hard work.
Yeah, that's a basic.
That's what you need. I'm not saying he doesn't work hard.
But I don't think Jaden don't work. Yeah, I know he's not.
Yeah,
I don't think Jaden don't work
hard. But it's the quality that we know you have.
If the bar is higher, it's higher for you.
It's higher for you. You know what I'm saying? You're not,
and United won there for 2 seasons. They courted him.
Yeah. And you said
I've got him for 5.
We've gone through. I remember when we were sitting here when you were saying, like, this was like 2 seasons ago. You was like when Dortmund wanted like 120.
One time,
He was like, you got to pay it.
Yeah, I would have paid it.
Yeah, he was like, you got to pay it.
Yeah.
He's gonna do.
I would have paid it.
You can't just go out and pay money. It would be a lot worse if you paid that 120 now.
Yeah,
he would have destroyed us.
I would have paid it. He's that lit sometimes. Yeah, he was too lit, bro. He was too lit.
Obviously, we didn't pay that. We waited, which was obviously right.
Yeah. Because you paid 70 something. I look at him.
You paid 70 something.
He's still trying to.
We spend shit anyway.
Yeah.
So it's the thing where obviously he's saying there's a bigger problem with United. Him saying that it's nothing new. It's apparent to the fans. We know there's bigger issues. So you don't need to say, oh, there's bigger issue. But other players are finding a way to shine through this bigger issue. There's not like we know there's bigger issues. You saying, oh, there's you being make a scapegoat. We know there's bigger issues. We know.
And if anybody should be releasing a scapegoat, it's Harry Maguire. It's not him. They should be saying that it's a scapegoat.
I think that is right. I think I don't think he just probably used the wrong terminology. I don't think he personally means that.
But he might do. He might actually mean that though.
Yeah, he might.
He wrote it, innit? He wrote it. I'm gonna assume he meant what he wrote, bro.
Yeah, but his English is not the best in this as well, so he might not.
Anyway, Jaden, I just want you to know, obviously, there's a home. There's a home for you at the Emirates, bro. There'll always be a home for you at the Emirates.
So yeah, look, it's just one of those where
it's a bad boy player.
It's hard for fans to back him when
I've backed him for so long.
We haven't like.
But you would agree with them to have an exit plan for him, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Let's cut ties.
Yeah. Tom was saying it for so long, and I'm just begging for him. But now,
you're gonna lose out on your investment because no one's gonna pay you nothing more than 30 something for it.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Like it's at the end of the day, look, it
hasn't worked out, innit?
Yeah.
But my only thing is, I don't think it's gonna work out for Anthony either. So you gotta have to go and buy more wingers.
Yeah, so look,
Cause I don't see it working out for him.
Yeah, but it is what it is, though, isn't it? Look, we just got like,
and that's what 160.
We won't sell Anthony.
Yeah, I don't.
No, you won't sell him. No.
Become a fringe, like
yeah. You know, you won't sell him. It's a 90 million investment. It's just been second season. Yeah.
I don't think we'll sell Anthony, but look, it is what it is. Like we bought them players, like, and as I said, we're not like we're still only played 4 games this season, so we just I don't want us to go over the top in terms of like saying like, oh, we find an exit. Him and the manager might find a medium, and where the both. Like they might find a happy.
But what
place.
more does Ten Hag do to him though? When you say find a happy medium, this is 3rd year. The manager ain't been able to get nothing.
And I think who was the
manager before? Whoever you sat before, Ollie.
Yeah.
We had like 5.
Yeah, like I love Sancho, but you love Sancho, and you love Sancho, but he's not even considered for England. At all. Jared Bowen and the man ahead of him. No way should that happen. And I don't know what more Ten Hag. That's why I think Ten Hag has come out today. That's why I don't disagree with him. I think he's actually come out today and said, That's why I said I think for them when they have the meeting tomorrow. Obviously, I'll play you when I can. But in January, you and your agent.
You can't even go to Saudi.
Yeah, you and your agent. Figure it out. Let me know. Yeah.
Like if it's a situation where it's got to go, it's got to go. If it's a situation where we can still sort something out, because we're not saying that there's not a talent there.
100%.
There's obviously talent
100%.
there. So if there's a situation where you cancel something out, because if you look at Rashford, we was in a situation where everyone was saying Rashford weren't good enough. Like let's cash up.
blasphemy.
Let's cash off.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really blasphemy because he wasn't performing. So I don't want us to say like as if we were saying it for no reason.
No, for me, that's my opinion. I thought it was blasphemy.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm sure you shared your.
No,
opinion on it.
but I didn't. I don't have nothing negative to say about Marcus.
I don't think we.
When people were saying that he needs to be a better finisher,
I don't think we had anything negative.
No, yours is just that he don't finish. He's got to be a better finisher. That was your. Mine was I didn't have nothing. My man scored against me in his debut, bro.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I don't think it's anything negative, and I don't think it's blasphemy. I think we're taking it too far in that.
No, I think the fans that wanted him sold. You wanting him to be better is different. The United fans that wanted him sold, and that's blasphemy to me.
No, but that they have.
So that's like me saying let's sell Saka.
No, that's different though.
Sell him.
Come on, bro. I'm not selling.
Yeah, so look, I don't know. Obviously, is one of those where I don't think. Obviously, fans had their perspective on him, and everyone had their own reason. But I think in terms of me and Ade, we were just more like his finishing product. His finishing went great. And I think that was our perspective. But at that time, I'm not going to jump on any fans that wanted to sell him because, look, it wasn't the Rashford that we see now. So obviously, it's easy to say now like it was blasphemy in hindsight, but back then, he wasn't doing what he was doing now.
Marcus is 24 now.
He's 25.
Yeah, back then he was what? 2019, he broke into the scene at what age?
Yeah, Rashford's broke into them at 17 though.
Yeah.
He's been there for like.
He's been there for a long time.
So what do people want to do? Be the article at 20?
No.
And he's played a year and a half injured.
No. A year and a half injured.
He was injured. He had his shoulder. Well, he didn't have the shoulder operation and stuff. But yeah, he admitted it when he had the thing. He was playing injured for over a year.
Yeah. Look,
and he was young. But anyway, that's besides the point. Marcus is lit now, and United fans love him.
Yeah, it's beside the point. Anyway, going back to I don't want us to go off topic. Going back to Sancho, look, they just got to sort something out. For him personally, from like I think Ade shared his opinion as a fan. As a fan, for me, I'll probably echo exactly what Ade's saying. It's hard not to believe the manager because you're not coming onto the pitch and just blowing us away. If you're doing that, then we're gonna say, look, what's the manager talking about? You didn't make the squad. It's ridiculous. How can you not make the squad? It's got to take something for the manager to think, you know what?
Yeah, definitely.
You're not like everyone else can't. Like people are coming to the training, they must have a different mindset from you. Like, are you taking it as like a joke? I don't understand. Obviously, we don't know. So I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate anyway, but. There's something that, look, you're gonna have his perspective, the manager's perspective. You're gonna have the truth in it. So someone's gonna. So it's up to the fan base to decide where.
Yeah, right now the manager will win. The manager's in a position of strength.
And I think definitely for me personally,
the manager will win. He's in a position of strength right now.
Sense in the crowd from last year, the manager will win definitely because. Spend a lot of money. You was one of the best player in the world. Best young player in the world at the time. So we didn't think we was going to be going.
It just hasn't happened for him.
Yeah, it hasn't.
It hasn't happened for him.
So
and he ain't going to be the only youngster that had a big move and it hasn't happened for him.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there'll be other players after him. It doesn't happen. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen for Anthony, but I might be wrong. I don't know. You just signed a centre forward today. He might not bag nothing more than 12 goals this season, 8 next season. It might not work for him, or it might do. That's what I'm saying. But I just think that, like in this moment in time, Ten Hag is the person that has a position of strength because he is the new manager. The board will have to back him. They're not going to back. And like you just said, Sancho ain't done nothing for them to say, no, but he's doing this though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he don't help Sancho when Garnacho's a young boy, and when he's coming on,
it changes the game.
It don't help.
Yeah.
So then Ten Hag is literally got a direct. When they brings him into the meeting tomorrow, he'd be like, "Yeah, but look at Alessandro. He's your junior brother,
bro."
The way he's doing.
If we had found recordings of Jaden would have been gone since. This one that was still trying to mark Mason and keep him. Jaden would have been gone since.
100%.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But we'll see what happens next with that. Saga,
we'll see what happens in regards to that saga. Obviously, it's International Week now, so it's going to be quiet on that front. But obviously, there's still going to be news about it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably going to make the headline rather than the actual game.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but we'll see what that happens. But you know what? Just moving on from that, is there anything else to touch on in terms of like Arsenal, because we don't have much time.
We've done the whole podcast.
Yeah, we've done that
in
Arsenal. Let's just quickly round up the weekly game. So look, Man City's won 4-4. I don't think if you watch the game, I don't think they're blowing teams away.
Yeah.
But obviously the scoreline suggests that they're blowing teams away. But I just don't.
Yesterday's scoreline did. The others.
Yeah.
Sheffield United
2-1.
Yeah. So it's like
They know the league, they're experienced, they do what they need to do.
they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, and I think what's scary about that is that I know it's still only 4 games. We know Man City normally we know them not to have a great start. And they find themselves within like
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
halfway through the season. So if they're getting all the points on the board now and they're not the one doing the chasing, how
you
is
gotta
it
keep
gonna
up with them.
Yeah, how is it going to be other teams keeping up with them?
Yeah, we
And
won't.
trying to chase Man
We
City.
won't. It's that simple. That's a reality.
So yeah, that's going to be difficult. Liverpool won again today. They obviously
That
won
was
last
comfortable.
week.
Yeah, that was comfortable.
Against, I think we recorded the episode before that game.
Yeah, they were comfortable today against Villa. I was quite disappointed in Villa.
So they won 3-2. Liverpool are looking good.
3-0 today, though.
3-0.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' thoughts on them so far? Not too long, but what's your thoughts on them so far?
Yeah, the team's evolving. It's a new team. Team's evolving. McAllister, Szoboszlai. It looks good. Gravenberch is a good signing. Just off the profile of the player. We won't know if he's good for Liverpool, but off the profile of the player, it's a good signing. 35 mil is good. So yeah, they look good. They look okay.
They look all right.
Yeah, they look okay.
First, I thought like they're scraping it, but they look all right.
No.
So
And they played really well today against Villa.
Cool. All right. In terms of like yesterday's games, Chelsea lost 1-0 to Forest.
They get relegated. Shit.
Chelsea are shit.
Is it going to be one of those that you feel like because they brought in so many
100%.
players,
100%.
it's just going to take some time for him to find his right players, and obviously on top of that, he's getting injuries upon injuries. So it doesn't really help him. So it's probably going to take time with him.
I guarantee you, yesterday when Steve Cooper and Pochettino met at the end of the game, both of them don't know all their players.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, both of them don't know all the
He
players
said
that play
that
for them.
about Saar.
Yeah.
Like who?
He's like,
I'm telling you,
He literally.
both of them don't know all their
Yeah,
players, bro. They're just being given.
Press conference. They asked for a place.
If you put like, how many players do you think both teams have bought within the last year?
Bro, they're back at like 40 to 50 players, bro.
Was about 40. Chelsea maybe even more.
Yeah.
Youngsters as well.
No, 100%.
So,
big up Forest for the win, though.
Yeah.
No, they've done well.
Yeah.
And the line goes well. Like, look, the manager's taking the piss now, but obviously, look, the manager obviously must know what he's doing because I think he's done enough to. Every time he comes off the bench, like the boys, I think like you've. For me personally, when I see him come off the bench, because I've watched like 2 or 3 of the games.
Yeah, it's just the way they shape up, though, isn't it? They shape up very defensively because they play 5 at the back. They do the 3 holders in the middle with Gibbs White and the striker. So just where do you fit him in? You'd have to change the shape to fit him in. And I don't think Cooper's ready to change that.
He puts Awoniyi and then he
puts Awoniyi up top, and then Gibbs White and Brendan. Brendan went there.
With Brendan and
Gibbs White. Yeah.
I think.
But he's got Yates.
Brendan's
He's got
gone.
Yates, Mangala, and Danilo in there, isn't it? So like 3 destroyers plus. He'd have to take one of them out.
Now Brendan is gone. Honestly, I should think he can do that. All right, I'll be honest with you. But look, it's like they are winning. They're doing well.
Yeah,
so I'm
doing
not
okay.
complaining. But
Doing
for him, obviously, he must be demoralizing. Like every time I come on.
Yeah. But he's new signing it. He's got to do that. He's got to make an impact.
I get so.
Yeah. You got to bide your time.
Yeah, and
we don't need to speak about Spurs. Keep it pushing.
obviously Spurs done well again yesterday, but we've talked about them last week, so we don't.
Talk about them again. No. Talk about them. Or do you want to talk about Son, your son?
I'm just hoping he's back.
But we'll wait. Like, I don't want us to go too deep in depth into it because look, there's no doubt they've done well so far.
They're looking.
But as I said, when it comes to like, I always say like after the first 10 games, the league will start shaping up.
They look good, man.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Hard for me to say, but they look good, man.
The last, let's just quickly, Brighton beat Newcastle 3-1.
40 million. Even Ferguson so far, I told you every goal is 10 million a day, and I told you he's going to get 15.
So
he's going to be 150.
Hat-trick yesterday.
He's going to be 150.
Do you think?
Newcastle, 150.
I was to be fair, Newcastle have had some tough fixtures.
No,
it's not easy.
The pre-season, the first 5 games was always it's going to be tough. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's a hard set.
So how many have we playing? How many have we playing at 4?
They should have beaten.
Yeah, they lost 3. They won 1, lost 3.
Yeah, they flopped to Liverpool.
Yeah.
But the first 5 from beginning of season, always knew the first 5 were going to be.
Fair enough. Yeah, like they've had a tough. I'll be honest. It's like, if we were to face that now, I'm not even sure if we would get 3. And that's just the honest truth. That's just the honest truth. So that's the round of games. We'll talk. I don't want us to go into like relegation now, but
Nah, that's too early, man.
We'll talk about later. Just England squad. Like last 5 minutes. Let's just quickly discuss the England squad. So the key players. One of the key players that's missed out is Sterling. I'll just ask both of you. Do you think he should have got into the team? That I know we got. We normally have like a what do you call it? Talking point. I know you just put Sterling, but also like what's his name? West Ham player.
Jarrett Bowen.
Do you think him or Sterling deserves a shout?
Yeah. So my view with Sterling is that if you obviously were blessed with attacking players, but if you're saying Calvin Phillips and Maguire are making it,
yeah, there's no justification.
Sterling's touched the pitch, so yeah he should.
Yeah, and Bowen's got what? How many?
3 and 3. 3 and 3. So
yeah. Look, I don't want to keep going. It's more Phillips than Maguire. Maguire, I've lost hope in why he keeps picking Maguire. Honestly, and in terms of like Maguire, I'll be honest. I've normally come to the defense of Maguire previously. It's not me saying he's now a bad player, because I still think I've always said, and I still stand by it. I think Maguire's a good player, but he's just not good enough for Manchester United. There's a difference there. But for the fact that he had an opportunity to go and he didn't leave, I can't stand him anymore.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about Maguire, but in terms of like Calvin Phillips, what do you think in terms of his mental? Where do you think he's at right now? You had like a move to a City team where last season they won the treble. You've already touched the pitch, and you like Calvin Phillips is not like he's the top player. Where do you think he's at now? Man, forget the England squad. Where do you think he's at now mentally?
He's enjoying life, bro. I don't think he's anywhere mentally. I think he's absolutely fine, bro. He gets to train with De Bruyne and all the top players and play 5-10 minutes here, collect a nice handsome paycheck, and at the end of it, the dickhead Gareth still picks him for England. So he's still making the England squad. He's alright, bro. He's alright. His whole thing just reminds me of Scotty Parker. Like, I love Scotty Parker, yeah. He's a baller. Then he went to Chelsea. I was just like, brother, you're not going to play, fam. You're not going to play. And he had to leave Chelsea to go revive his career at like West Ham and whatnot, and was a captain and done his thing. So I think Calvin Phillips is the same. He's not going to break into their 11. And he would have known that when he went there, that he ain't taking Rodri's shirt. So I think I personally think he's just happy with life. Jack's his friend, Phil's his friend, probably meet up, go to each other's houses. Their girlfriends are friends. He's just enjoying life.
Well, he's got a show, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a doc. Yeah. I think he's just enjoying life, man. And Pep's was probably lying to him. I fucking love you.
No, you're too fat.
Nah, bro. He's loving life, man.
Look, that's pretty much it in terms of like, I don't want us to go into too much into the England squad because it's pretty much boring. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, we know, like, there's players that are not playing that.
But big up Eddie, though. Big up Eddie and Ketia.
Big
up my boy.
I thought Eddie deserved it.
Big up my boy, Eddie.
I always like Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't like the disrespect on his name.
Super happy for Eddie.
So I'm glad that Gareth has picked him. And he's different. Eddie's a different striker. Like, Eddie is like, and you know what I love about Eddie now? Like, there's certain strikers that you can just see the development. What I love about him, what he reminds me, you know, his half turns remind me of Defoe's half turns.
Yeah. He can swivel. He swivels his hips nice.
So
Swivels his hips nice. No homo. Swivels his hips nice.
Like, nice. Like, it's like, you can see the development in his game.
He's got bigger. He's holding it up as well. He's got bigger. He's stronger. So he's holding it up.
Last week when we was talking about our player of the season so far, and I mean, not player of the season, players that
impressed, caught the eye.
And I said I forgot who.
Yeah.
It was O&E.
Okay.
Just his overall game. Like,
yeah.
The way he plays now is like as if he has like a much better understanding of the game.
That's good though.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah. Previously,
Second season in the Premiership,
O&E, it was just raw, just running around the place for no reason. Now, he's like, his runs, like,
he don't go into spaces he don't need to.
Like, even like the goal, what's like
he's a centre forward now,
Arsenal, he picks his spaces like he knows what space to be in. See what I mean? His finishing is
Yeah. And his second season in the Prem as well, which is good.
So obviously I know it's only 4 games, but I forgot last week.
He ended last season well as well.
Yeah, in last season well.
7 games.
Yeah.
So I forgot last week. So when we was talking about it, I think that's it.
Right, can we just end on my Declan Rice DMs, please? I just want to give the people a backstory before we leave.
You sent Declan Rice a DM?
Oh, I sure did. So at the end of it, we're gonna paste this up, so you guys can see it. But I just want you to give you the dates. Okay, so the 21st of May, I've DM'd him. I've said I've never done this before, but worth a shot. All the best in the Conference League final. Hope you boys do it. But once that's all over with, please make the right decision in the summer and sign for the Gunners. I didn't get no response. No problem. 10th of June, I DM'd him. Look at my message above. You've accomplished that. Now time to come over to North London and win the big trophies that we are capable of doing with you in the heart of our midfield. Once again, I put a wishing sign. No. Fingers crossed. And then, the 15th of July, I DM'd him again saying, finally, see you at the Emirates, fella. And I saw him last week Saturday at the Fulham game. And a week later, he gets the winner. And I'm about to DM him tonight.
With 0 response.
Yeah. Declan, if you're watching this, we're trying to find a way. Let's try and find a way to get this to Declan.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up.
I'm gonna put this up, Declan.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe let me get closer.
Can you?
He needs to get a restraining order. Declan, get a restraining order.
Can you respond to your guy? What do you want him to say though? If he responds to you, though, Ham?
No, I just want him to send me a voice note. We're singing together. Rice, baby. Come on. Rice, baby. And they get involved. Rice, baby.
I don't eat rice.
Alright, cool. I think that's it. Look, obviously, as we said earlier, this is a massive day. Derby, red divided calendar. Arsenal won. At the end of the day, what matters? You win a game. Whether or not you play well is just about winning. We'll be back. We coming back next week, or we're gonna take a break international?
Yeah, we'll decide off air.
We'll let you know.
All right, cool. Thanks, people. Thanks for listening and watching on YouTube. If you can, please make sure you subscribe, share this with friends and family, like it. To be honest with you, we're old, but from what I understand, that when you like it, it helps the algorithm so other people can see.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So please like it as well.
Don't be exposed.
Like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace.
Exposing our age.
So yeah, so like, look, a lot of this stuff, bro. When I'm editing, I'm trying to put it on TikTok and stuff, bro. I'm confused. I get confused in a
I show you his age.
You show you my age. So please, if you can please like, subscribe. And we'll be back.
And I'm so happy we don't have to do this again until the second to this last game of the season. Hopefully by then we would have won the league, so that game will mean nothing.
We've got you second.
Yeah. Hopefully that game means nothing.
So, we'll be back soon.
Peace.
Peace.